Imagine a wolf, fearless, territorial, built for confrontation. Then shrink everything physical about it down to 12 pounds. Keep the eyes, keep the alpha mentality, keep the ancient predator intelligence and the unshakable belief that size simply does not apply to them. What you have left is a Schipperke, one of the boldest, most underestimated dogs the breed world has ever produced. Today, we count down 10 reasons this extraordinary little Belgian firecracker carries genuine, wolf-sized attitude in a package that somehow fits in your lap. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. Primitive predator brain. Most small dogs were bred for companionship. Soft, sociable roles that softened instincts over generations until only the charm remained. The Schipperke was not. It was bred to hunt, to pursue, to operate through tight and hostile spaces with the focused, relentless determination of an animal that was never designed to stop. That predator wiring is not historical nostalgia. It is live, current, and running right now. Underneath the surface of a dog that may be sitting calmly on your couch while simultaneously cataloging every sound, movement, and potential development in a 40-foot radius. You are not living with a companion who happens to resemble a small wolf. You are living with a compact, ancient predator who happens to be domesticated. And number 9 is where that predator brain declares itself most unmistakably. Number 9. The Alpha Declaration. Schipperkes do not arrive in a household and wait to be assigned a role. They arrive, assess the existing social architecture with impressive speed, and move immediately toward the position they have already decided belongs to them, which is, almost universally, at the top. They will challenge dogs twice and 3 times their size for social primacy with no hesitation and no visible awareness that the outcome is uncertain. They will test every rule with the creative, systematic persistence of a creature that views authority as something to be proven rather than assumed. This is not aggression in the reactive sense. It is a deeply ancient belief, wired into the breed across centuries, that leadership is earned every single day, and the Schipperke intends to keep earning it. Number 8 is the physical tool that makes all of this possible. Number 8. The speed revelation. People see a Schipperke for the first time and make reasonable assumptions based on the compact frame, the short legs, the overall impression of a dog built for presence rather than velocity. Those assumptions are wrong in a very specific and memorable way. Schipperkes are explosively fast, quick off the mark, frictionless through turns, and at full sprint capable of an athleticism that produces genuine double takes from owners who weren't expecting it. This is not incidental. It is the physical expression of a breed that spent centuries in relentless pursuit across environments where quickness was always more decisive than mass. The speed is the attitude made visible. A body that moves exactly as confidently as the mind inside it has always believed it should. And number 7 is the instinct that speed has always been built to serve. Number 7. Territorial to the core. A Schipperke's relationship with its territory is not casual or performative. It is specific, comprehensive, and treated with the seriousness of a professional assignment that this dog accepted without question and has never considered abandoning. They map their space with methodical precision. They catalog who belongs there, what sounds belong there, and what vehicles are familiar enough to pass without acknowledgement. Strangers entering the perimeter receive immediate, focused scrutiny that causes most people to slow down involuntarily before they understand why. This is not anxiety or reactivity. It is an ancient working dog executing its purpose with complete, unself-conscious conviction. The Schipperke was protecting Belgian canal barges long before it ever saw a suburban backyard, and the assignment has never felt any less real. Number 6 is where that territorial intelligence operates at its most astonishing level. Number 6. Zero fear mode. There is a specific moment most Schipperke owners witness, usually early in the relationship, usually involving a significantly larger animal, where they see the zero fear response operate in real time and understand immediately that this dog is fundamentally wired differently. a large dog enters the space. The Schipperke evaluates the situation for approximately 1 second, determines that the newcomer has miscalculated its proximity to its person, and moves forward with the focused, unhesitating confidence of an animal that has genuinely never entertained the possibility of backing down. No threat reassessment, no recalculation based on size, no awareness that the math of the confrontation requires caution. Just ancient, operational, completely unself-conscious fearlessness that has no size requirement attached to it whatsoever. Number 5 makes that fearlessness impossible to ignore. Number 5. The vocal declaration. Schipperkes are not excessive barkers, and that distinction matters, because when they do bark, the weight behind it is remarkable for an animal this size. It is not the high-pitched, anxious sound associated with many small breeds. It is sharp, direct, and delivered with the full authority of a dog that has made a considered decision and expects the message to land. Experienced owners learn to distinguish the alert call from the warning declaration from the full territorial announcement. 3 distinct communications that carry 3 distinct meanings, none of which should be dismissed. The voice matches the attitude completely, compact in source, enormous in confidence, and always in service of a point that the Schipperke has already decided it is going to make. Number 4 reveals the intelligence engine firing behind every single one of these behaviors. Number 4. The problem solver. Schipperke intelligence is not the cooperative, handler-focused kind that makes obedience training a pleasure. It is the active, independent, solution-oriented kind that finds approaches to problems you didn't know existed and implements them while you are still forming your first response. They assess locks. They identify patterns in human behavior and begin predicting decisions before they are made. They remember. They adapt. They look at every new situation not as an experience to be absorbed, but as a puzzle to be solved, with the quick, self-reliant resourcefulness of a breed that spent centuries relying entirely on its own judgment to do a job no one was supervising. The wolf does not wait for instructions. Neither does the Schipperke. And number 3 takes that intelligence all the way back to where it actually comes from. Number 3. Ancient Spitz, blood. The Schipperke belongs to the Spitz family, one of the oldest genetic groupings of dogs on Earth, with roots reaching back to the earliest relationships between humans and wolves in Northern Europe. That ancestry is not decorative. It is visible, operational, and expressed in every physical and behavioral detail of the modern Schipperke. The thick double coat, the wedge-shaped head, the erect, perpetually alert ears. The self-sufficient independence of a dog that was never bred to need constant human direction in order to function. Most breeds were shaped by domestication until the wildness was largely managed. The Schipperke carried its ancient wiring forward intact. And what you see in that sharp, dark, perpetually assessing gaze is not just a dog looking back at you. It is something considerably older. Number 2 is where that ancient bloodline becomes the most personally felt quality in the breed. Number 2. Unbreakable resilience. Here is the Schipperke quality that owners do not anticipate and find most difficult to articulate once they have witnessed it. A resilience so fundamental and so unhesitating that it borders on something you cannot quite classify as a dog trait at all. They do not concede. Not to illness, which they push through with a stoic, forward-focused determination that consistently astonishes veterinarians. Not to setbacks, which they absorb and move past with a speed that makes human recovery look comparative. Not to age, which the Schipperke treats less like an accumulating limitation and more like a persistent rumor it has no interest in confirming. This is the wolf quality that no one talks about, not the aggression or the territory, but the refusal, at any point and under any circumstances, to simply stop. And number 1 is the truth that explains every single thing about this extraordinary breed. Number 1. The unconquerable spirit. Here is what every Schipperke owner eventually arrives at, usually quietly, usually in a moment when the dog is simply nearby with that ancient, alert, completely present expression that exists nowhere else in the entire dog world. The Schipperke cannot be made small. Not by rules it hasn't agreed to. Not by dogs 3 times its weight. Not by weather or boredom, or the simple, accumulating pressure of time. There is a fire in this breed that is genuinely ancient and completely unquenchable, and every interaction with a Schipperke is contact with that fire in some form. You did not adopt a small dog who thinks it is big. You invited something that was never small in any way that actually matters. Something that arrived 12 pounds and wolf-spirited and has been proving every single day that the two things were never contradictions. The Schipperke is not a small dog with an attitude problem. It is one of the oldest, boldest, most brilliantly wired breeds the dog world has ever produced. And it lives every single day like it has always known exactly that. If you share your life with one, drop your best wolf energy Schipperke moment in the comments. I genuinely want to read every one. Give this a like, share it with your fellow Schipperke people, and subscribe and hit the bell for more.